Modern humans evolutionarily split from our chimpanzee ancestors nearly 7 million years ago, yet we are continuing to evolve. 155 new genes have been identified within the human lineage that spontaneously arose from tiny sections of our DNA.
Modern scientific and technological developments in the practice of medicine and public health have drawn nursing into new and wider fields of activity, and its functions have been expanded accordingly. Therefore, nursing is no longer limited mainly to activities within the hospital, or to what is called curative nursing.
Monty Python style, silly walks, may not be the most effective way to get around, but their inefficiency is exactly why walking this way for just a few minutes a day could help you hit the physical activity target for adults.
Moods may also have an effect on how information is processed, by influencing the extent to which judges rely on pre-existing, internal information, or focus on new, external information. Positive moods promote more holistic and top-down processing style, while negative moods recruit more stimulus-driven and bottom-up processing.
More and more movies were filmed in color after the end of World War II, as the industry in America came to view color an essential to attracting audiences in its competition with television, which remained a black and white medium until the mid-60s. By the end of the 1960s, color had become the norm for filmmakers.
Most babies start developing their hearing while still in the womb, prompting some hopeful parents to play classical music to their pregnant bellies. Some research even suggests that infants are listening to adult speech as early as 10 weeks before birth, gathering the basic building blocks of their family's native tongue.
Most likely the kraken is based on a real creature, the giant squid. The huge mollusk takes pride of place as the personification of the terrors of the deep sea. Sailors would have encountered it at the surface, dying, and probably thrashing about. It would have made a weird sight, about the most alien thing you can imagine, says Edith Witter, CEO at the Ocean Research and Conservation Association.
Most people do not realize that some banks literally make money by giving loans without having money on deposit. The system is called fractional reserve banking and is used in most economies. It sounds as though it is safe because it says that banks have to keep a fraction of their deposits with the reserve bank.
Motherly love by its very nature is unconditional. Mother loves the newborn infant because it is her child, not because the child has fulfilled any specific condition, or lived up to any specific expectations. Unconditional love corresponds to one of the deepest longings, not only of the child, but also of every human being.
Much of the blood on the street flows essentially from uncivil behavior of drivers who refuse to respect the legal and moral rights of others. So the massacre on the road may be regarded as a social problem. Safety standards for vehicle have been raised both at the point of manufacture and through periodic roadworthiness inspections.
Music helped people manage their stress during the most severe part of the pandemic, according to an international survey. The researchers followed the music listening habits of hundreds of people in Europe in mid-2020, who self-reported how much music they were listening to and how stressed they felt over the period of a week.
Music listening is a universal human experience. People of all ages and cultures often use music to reduce stress and improve mood, particularly in times of crisis. However, ecologically valid research examining the real-time association of music listening with stress and mood during the COVID-19 pandemic is scarce.
Music therapy has proven useful with dementia patients, and this robot can help improve cognitive function through music therapy. Additionally, the robot can help patients perform guided exercises and stimulate memory by using music. A biography app called Curiosity has been integrated into the schema of the robot, allowing the patient to refresh memories and relive moments. The only drawback of these robots is the associated costs. Naval architects never claim that a ship is unsinkable, but the sinking of the passenger and car ferry Estonia in the Baltic surely should have never have happened. It was well designed and carefully maintained. It carried the proper number of lifeboats. It had been thoroughly inspected the day of its fatal voyage. Yet hours later, the Estonia rolled over and sank in a cold, stormy night.
Nearing the conclusion of a sometimes fractious two-week meeting, nations of the world today agreed on a historic package of measures deemed critical to addressing the dangerous loss of biodiversity and restoring natural ecosystems.
New Zealand has far fewer actively publishing researchers per capita when compared to countries like Australia, Ireland and Singapore, according to a report prepared by Dragonfly Data Science.
New Zealand researchers investigated 5 diets which replace some or all red meat, finding they all could provide the recommended amount of nutrition, save the health system thousands of dollars per person, and cut diet-related greenhouse gas emissions by as much as 35%.
Of the 155 new genes, 44 of them are associated with growth defects in cell cultures, demonstrating the importance of these genes in maintaining a healthy, living system. Since these genes are human-specific, it makes direct testing difficult.
Often mistaken for insects, spiders actually belong to a different classification of creatures, called arachnids. They're insects' worst enemies. Although a few species, such as the black widow and the brown recluse, are dangerous, the majority are harmless to humans. Moreover, they can be helpful.
Often the oil contains natural gas. It is dissolved in the oil because of the high pressure deep underground. When the drill penetrates the oil-bearing layer, this pressure is released. It provides a tremendous thrust and may be sufficient to bring all the oil to the surface. If the gas pressure is not sufficient, a pumping station must be built to bring up the oil.